YouTube? Today we're gonna go through day number 2 of playing this game. Last night I did accomplish building a few more things, getting a few more things set up, so we'll talk about that as we get more into it. Anyways, let's launch right in. Now that we got all that set up, alright, so let's kind of just take a look around here. So, I decided to stick with the main island for right now. As you can see, it's looking pretty bare. Not much left here. Did build up a little fort type storage room. It is a little messy in here right now. Got some planks, some sticks, you know, just that extra stuff. Be safe. Alright, let's give that a close. Okay, so a little tip and trick that I learned. With the extra ones that you pick up, you guys can come over here and you can see it says hold square to refill, and that'll actually keep your current fire going. So if you run out, it says that you can't burn a fire no more. Go cut down a palm tree, bring the brush over here, and away you go. Okay, I guess I used too many and extinguished it. Just keep the Kindle right beside it, you know, you never have an issue. Boom, here we go. But yeah, as you can see, I did clear out the island a little bit. So we're going to be traveling once the storm lightens up, as I need to locate rocks and stuff like that, and I have happened to, well, clear the island pretty well. What else new? Let's see. Did find out a few things. When you kill the pigs aren't for food, they're actually for the rawhide so that you can create leather for other parts. But I recommend doing stuff like this. Stack up your stuff and save it. You never know when you're going to need it, because once you get out there, nothing looks the same anymore. If you don't have a compass, finding your way around can be very hard, so I recommend trying to keep one of those with you. It can be a bit of a hassle, just due to the sake of, you know, how much you're allowed to carry. Another little thing here, these yucca leaves. So you chop down this too, and it actually gives you a bunch of fiber leaves. Okay, so we're starting, what time are we at? Okay, so we're getting close to night, like night time, so we're just gonna head back over to base, sleep our day, and we're gonna start it off with traveling. So here we go. Beautiful daytime, starting the day off at 6:30 in the morning. see, what don't we need to bring with us? So for this, because we are just going to be going to a different island to scavenge for now, we are going to leave our stick behind. And we are also, you know what, to be smart, we should probably bring these. I don't see us needing the hammer, even though the hammer is gonna break anytime soon now. Alright. So yeah, when you guys, again, for anybody, just to kind of recap, when you are looking for things to build, you want to hit your R1 button. It's going to bring up the menu and tell you, well, show you things that you're going to need to get in order to create the thing in which you're wanting to make. My recommendation for everybody, do a little swim around your life raft before you get in. For some reason today, these guys are very aggressive. If you see them, however, swim back to land. They'll leave you alone. As long as you're away from where they are. Issue being, obviously, apparently he wants to fight. Alright. So, with this fishing spear here, you guys, if you hold L2, it's going to actually focus instead of using it as a stabbing tool, as that doesn't always work. You can actually throw it, and as you can see, we got really lucky right there. That shark is not happy. Alright, he has successfully gotten one on us. As you can see, he's got my spear inside of him. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually get out of the water really quick. We're going to have to check the status of this dehydration. Okay, so before we go mess with this little jackass, we're going to go over here and fix our dehydration. Which is as simple as climbing a palm tree, or if you guys have done anything similar to what I have, you'll already have coconuts stored. Now, yesterday, because I was just starting off, I didn't know exactly what you could do with everything. After cracking the coconut open to drink it, don't throw it away to where you can't use it. What you want to do is actually toss it down, get your knife or an axe or something heavy, and you're going to give it a couple good whacks, if it'll let it whack it. There we go. As you can see, it is now food. Coconut is used as a multi-purpose. Do pay attention though, as if you hold a coconut for too long after opening, it will spoil. And that's obviously something you don't really want to deal with. If poor character, you know, you go and give your character something to eat and, well, he's munching on rotten shit. It's no good. Makes your character sick, gives you a bunch of sick symptoms. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, just to be smart, is we're gonna craft another one of these. Okay, now the reason why you want to be carrying a few of these, obviously, like you've seen, you can throw it at the shark. So if you're gonna go do a swim around, carry yourself a couple of logs of wood, hold R1. It's gonna let you fast make stuff that you have before. So as you can see, I did 2 spears, a couple of fishing things. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna pull this up here. You can see I got 3 spears and 2 fishing. So we're gonna go in with a spear. Because if my luck serves me correct, there should still be a tiger shark waiting for me somewhere. Look at that, guys. He came right back. He was ready to fight. I think we got him twice. Oh, no. There we go. He's got a few different spears in him now. As you guys can see, this guy is pretty tough. Not your average shark, this is for sure. This thing's got power. There we go. He's got 3 or 4 of them inside of him now, so we're just gonna get a bit of air so we don't die. Spears, guys. He has 4 spears inside of him. And he is still wanting to go. And as you see, he is stronger than the 4 spears in which his body holds. Therefore, do not mess with the sharks. If you get to kill a shark, I've killed a couple groupers. Haven't figured out how to skin them yet or anything like that. But yeah, so you want to be very diligent in which you move and what you do with these sea animals. They're aggressive. Pretty aggressive. Alright, so as you guys can see, just because we did die and have to reload, it's going to bring us right back into the same thunderstorm we were in previous. So obviously you want to make sure you're not dying, you know. What we're going to do ahead of time here is we're going to be really smart. We're going to see what we have. We're going to craft as much as we can right now. The reason I say that is because where we're going is right back in that water once we wake up. So we're just gonna check. We got 3, 2, and as we know, that isn't gonna be enough. I'm gonna do another one of these and another spear. Alright guys, so what are we sitting at here? 16:27. Let's see if it'll let us go to sleep yet. No. Okay, how are we doing on everything else? We're doing alright. Pretty well. Now, this is the one downfall in the game. A lot of the time you are going to spend your time sitting around waiting for the clock to run out because you can't just sleep to fast travel time. So we're just going to pick a couple of these up. Obviously, every time you guys come in, if you still got a fire going, make sure to refill your fire. You want to keep that going because, you know, if all of a sudden you get a message saying, oh, I'm hungry or something, you got to be ready. You got to be on the ball to make sure you can get over here, you know, get your food, get it cut, get it cooking. You can also use the fibrous, like these leaves too. I recommend you don't, because you need them for so many more things. And these aloes, great source of health in general for your characters. Again, not recommended. Don't swim when it starts to get late. I want to see here if there's anything I need to worry about right now, right here. These are completely harmless, by the way. There are sharks in this game as well that are completely harmless. You can swim with them. But obviously you want to be very cautious. You come across a tiger, a bull, a goblin, any of the tips, your seafood for them. So be cautious of that. And if it doesn't identify the animal, it's not an animal you need to concern yourself with. What I mean by that is it means then that you cannot kill them. You cannot do anything. Like, they are useless for you, so don't bother them. And obviously fishing stuff here, guys, is it is beneficial sometimes. The crabs are a bit of a dick. As you can see, that one just went for a swim. He's dead now. Whatever. I need this storm to lighten up, and the day to pass, and a shark not to jump me, because I need more rocks. I can't forge any more weapons without any rocks, and I've unfortunately drained my island. as you guys can see, okay, other than him being thirsty, if you go over here, we'll tell you what days you're on. 4 days. So for 4 days I've been trapped out here in the middle of nowhere trying to do what I can do. And grab a couple of these, yeah. Well, so our fire's out. Left it going all night. Not always a good thing to extinguish your fire if you're gonna go to sleep. Just extinguish it, and then that way when you get up it's easy to just get it going again. Alright, let's get these coconuts into us and get going while we have daylight. So yeah, what I like to do, I just leave my coconuts here. Cause that way when I come back, instead of having to fish right away, I can just grab one of those and away I go. Another thing, be cautious of your rations. Now, there's a lot of different things, like that steak right there is actually a underwater sunken ship. So if you go over there, there's like a hidden crate underwater. There's stuff like that. So if you guys do see that kind of stuff, do stop and go check it out. It's worth seeing. You never know what you'll find. It could be something that's going to change your gaming experience for you and make it maybe a little bit better. Again, this time we're not going to just piss around and see if a shark comes. We already know we pissed one off. And normally if you hear that music, that's a good clear shot sign to get the hell out. So now, like I was saying before, when you guys come out into sections like this, you can get confused very easy coming back. I'll get out a little bit more here so you can see what the island looks like from away. Always to keep wary of your skies. See, it looks beautiful out here and you'd think it's beautiful. Yeah, well in 10 minutes it could be an absolute torrential rain pour. This is stupid, never do this. But what you want to do is when you're looking for your island, you're looking for the boat on the left side and a bright red crate on the right, depicting on what way you leave. So you're always looking for a crate and a boat that are in water. You're not just looking for one or the other. And as everybody will see, we just had a little friend come over to visit us. This is the scary stuff they do. As you guys know, sharks are interesting creatures. This one wants to fight, apparently. As you guys can see, I was minding my own damn business. Now let's hope he doesn't glitch me like he did earlier. I had a shark hit my raft so hard it shot me under the map and I disappeared. If I was on stream, it would have been an absolute blast for a stream. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try and carry on our way, as this shark is only going to keep trying to flip us. So what you want to do, obviously you just want to try and get away from it as best as you can. If it's gonna come for you, it's gonna come for you. Your only hope is that when it hits you, you balance out and you don't flip. Sometimes they get a bad hit and won't always flip you. It seems like right now we're getting lucky enough we're getting away. Could have been a lucky spear shot, who knows. However, those guys are assholes, and you want to be very careful of them. So far, I have not seen a great white, so that's not an over worry in this game. But there is a lot of bulls and tigers and your typical average human eaters for a reef shark anyway. Another good thing to note, going to and from islands, you will get sharks most times when you enter the reef and when you exit the reef. So as you guys can see, when you approach this island that we're coming to, it's just right of a ship. There's a container on the left and a boat on the right. So reverse to what our main island, so I'm not calling it just a main. If you decide you want to pick a different island to fortify and start on, by all means. I have actually found that one of the quote-unquote rare animals is actually not so rare on every other island, and it's something that you guys particularly want to watch out for due to the fact that it can poison. With it carrying poison, obviously it's going to hurt your player a little bit more if you get bit by the animal. You're only supposed to see them at night. I see them all day. So as you can see, we already have a very pissed off, unfriendly shark here that's not too happy with us being in his waters. We're just gonna carry on. Alright, driftwood, guys. If you guys see driftwood, is it worth getting? Yes, it is. Because it'll stack up piles of wood for you on different islands. So as you can see, boom. We're just getting a stack of sticks on an island this is first time traveling to. And that's another thing, you guys can keep track of how many islands you've traveled, visited, toured, anything, all through your watch. So when you go into your watch, it says here, you know, days survived, items craft, animals killed, islands explored, ships scavenged. So what it means by scavenging ships is when you go on, there are tools and random things that you want to collect over time that's going to help you build other stuff. Highly recommended to grab. So my main reason for being on this trip right here are these. The reason why they are these is because my island has none. Okay, and as you guys can see, the giant crab is a bit of a crab. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so you run into an issue like this, you just go pick up a piece of wood, craft yourself another item, swap over to it. And you primarily want to stab these guys. You don't want to be throwing your stuff because they are a very, very large crab. They can be pretty hard to take out as well. Normally, when they end up injured really bad, they'll start to run away. As you can see, it only took 2 hits from the time he started running. Any beeps you guys hear, check. Okay, so we need water, and okay, so a good source too as well, guys, is aloe vera. Consume it right away. It's gonna help with your sun, some of the other stuff. Anybody who was watching the stream yesterday will know that on your raft, for emergencies like this, where it's dire need, you're gonna die. What just happened? What just happened? Okay, we just stepped on an invisible sea urchin, so we're gonna be suffering from poison for a little while, guys. We might even die here again. As you can see, we have a nurse shark. These guys are completely harmless, won't bother you. You can't do anything to it. So if you see them, don't panic too much. It's the big dark guys you want to worry about. Yeah, so as you've seen, I just grabbed a can of food. These guys here, I'm not too sure what the purpose of them is, but you can kill them. So I haven't figured out what the purpose for the grouper is yet, if you can skin them or whatever, but as you can see, it'll float on the top and it will remain there until I claim it, more or less, or figure out what you're supposed to do with it. So those, as you can see, it kind of helped everything except one, and that's because we're poisoned right now. So what you guys want to do is you want to go in here, you want to go over L1 into your consumables. You want to take a look, what is it you think is going to help you? Obviously it's going to be this antidote. So we're going to put this here. It's some type of plant. So as you guys have seen running around the map and different islands, there are different wildflowers that will grow and appear. I actually do need these, so we're going to bring these with us. Being poisoned or not, we do need it. So one thing you want to be wary of coming to these islands, obviously, watch the rocks you step on because of the sea urchins. But these guys right here, this cocksucker right here that's running at me, yeah, stay away from them. Until you guys get really good, stay away from them. They have a tendency to be way overpowered for a pig. As you guys can see, it took 2 shots and I was done. So note to self, this is, you know, realism is key. Take your time, move slow. Reason I am doing this a little earlier tonight though is because I do have to start practicing for the Nations Cup. On Gran Turismo, so we're doing this a little earlier because we're going to get some practice in tonight. DK may join us.
They're Canadian lights. Amanda didn't charge me for the pack, so I give everybody 2 just...
Really? She charged me for the dark Canadians I got like a week ago.
Yeah, she's not charging me because I only asked her if she has no beer to it. She just gave me a bag.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, so as you guys can see, all that hard work for nothing. So clearly, no matter what we do, sticks mean shit. Don't bother bringing them. Yeah, but these can, a lot of the stuff I'm coming through is looking like it's gonna help. I think these are actually what we need. I am not gonna lie, I think these are what we need. And we need a coconut. I remember seeing a coconut. So let's just see here real quick, because if we can make an antidote before we travel, then we're going to be a little more susceptible to a lot of the crap we're going to come across. Let's just see. Alright. You guys are going to look for the consumables. Go down to antidote. So I don't even know how to make this coconut. Okay, a coconut flask right here. So we need some wire and a good coconut. Okay. Full coconut. Now the only thing that it will not pose an issue. Look at, so because you cannot physically cut down the whole thing, it does not count as chopping down the tree. It will regrow. So this is honestly just a waiting game on the growth. I'm pretty sure it's after every big storm you can get lucky enough that the game will reset all the trees. And we're gonna go over here. We're gonna make the flask. We're gonna put the flask right there. Okay, we're gonna drop that coconut because we don't need that one. We need the flask. So we're gonna take the flask. We're just gonna see if how do you do the antidote though? What plant is that? PP. So it's a plant I haven't come across yet. That's for sure. So it's not these guys. We can leave these behind. So what we're gonna do then, just because we have it made, we're gonna put it in here. Just saves from future headache. At least we know we have it. We're gonna close this. What are we looking at for time? 1700. Alright, so yeah. That big ship, that big pole right there is a ship that is down, I'm gonna say a good 30-40 feet. Do swim down there, get everything, bring it back to your little base. I suggest, and a recommendation for everybody, do what I did. Build your guys yourselves a little fortitude. You can do them on the ground, stuff like that. Just something that you guys have somewhere to store the extra stuff that you do come across. As once we start clearing islands, as you guys can see, it's not like it just grows back. So actually, while we're right here, what we're gonna do, because I'm tired of that rainstorm, what we're gonna do is we're gonna save it. Always save. Anytime you do something, come back and save. If you prefer a certain time of day to start, come back and save it that time of day. Let's see what else. Another thing. Well, other than that, it's pretty much now just down to trying to survive. Because now this island's, you know, as you can see, some of those trees you guys can't even cut down. So I think what we're gonna do, I might be a little crazy for doing this, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make it to another island. In lieu of doing so, we are, well, we're about to get jumped, actually. As we got a big bastard right below us. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to get to a different island, and we're gonna try to fortify that island. The only thing you do want to watch out for, obviously, are the snakes. It shows the name of the animal. I have not figured out how to kill them yet. And that's obviously posing a threat to me because you have to scour your island first and make sure wherever you put your homestead isn't too close to the water but isn't too close to a snake's den. As I have found quite a few of those actually, and yeah, it kind of sucks getting brigged up by a snake in the middle of the night when you're trying to build a house. Also, if you guys are going to do travels like this, where you hop on your dinghy and you just go before you get like your motorized boat and stuff built, start early in the morning. It does take a long time to travel. You are in a dinghy, you're paddling the whole way, so do make sure to give yourselves that extra time in which once you land you can scramble fast enough to find the essentials to build a shelter for the night, because if you can build that shelter, progress to the next day, and even save there, that continues your island from where you were and progresses you farther, so you don't have to worry about doing all the same bullshit again. I also recommend build an island or build a shelter every time you touch down on an island. If after you do your run around, if you see that you don't have a shelter there, build one, because you never know when you might end up there again and when you could be stranded in a storm. Play it as real life, as the weather changes almost as fast as the game time. You guys will see. We got all that coming in at us right now, and we got some on that side, not much. Yeah, we're gonna get some rain. And don't be afraid to swim a little bit if you guys don't want to get your dinghy stuck on land or glitched to where you can't use it and you're actually stranded until you build something. I recommend actually keeping it away.